Welcome back, my friends, to more Disco Elysium. Let me get into it. See what's going on. Let me investigate around here. Enormous bulls worthy of a real man. This coin-operated viewer has been banged up. Inoperable. Let me go down there. And there's so much left to explore here. Keep getting sidetracked anytime I'm going somewhere. You hear the distant squall of seabirds. What is this? Yellow plastic bag for Fritz. I think now I can start collecting junk to use at that machine over at the shop, right? This plastic bag has Frit, sick, written on it, dynamic, forceful manner that implies great prices. As you crack it open, a malty gust of air flies in your face. Smells of yeast and beer. A perfect place for tear. Okay. Let me check it out over here. A splatter of bullet holes lines the wall. The ad reads, broken window. Tibbs has windows. 2 roundabout north. And that takes me to the Cape Side Apartments, Martinez Pier.
This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. Its coin slot is full of fossilized bubblegum, rendering the machine permanently inaccessible.
Poor little viewer.
The metal feels cold and wet under your palm. It looks unhygienic.
Vandalism.
Probably some kids.
The lieutenant inspects the rig slot. Let me look inside.
A thick layer of graffito covers the lenses. You spell out the word Onug, written on the other side, with N and C scribbled backwards. That's Kuno on the lens.
Let me shift the focus to the background.
Under the graffito, a sea of blues and greys appear. Behind the water lies a coast studded with concrete and reeds. On it, a church on stilts, lanky weather-worn wooden planks, an X-shaped cross topping its tower. You know this to be the star of Pericarnassus, or the Cairo, the central symbol of the Pericarnassian church, a star, a great moral height to be strived towards. The church looks old and weather-worn. There are no lights in the windows.
Let me check out the other one.
This coin-operated viewer is facing south. The instruction manual says to insert 25 centimes and pull the handle while looking inside. Then use the focus knob to zoom in if necessary. Why place a tourist attraction in the middle of such poverty?
What's a tourist attraction doing here?
There was a revitalization project in '49. A design studio tried restoring Martinez to its pre-war glory. It didn't stick.
What happened?
They got as far as the street lamps and the statue on that intersection. Then something went sour. I suspect that something was Everard Clare, the union leader. He muscled them out. It's how it usually goes around here.
Cool, I dig organized crime. It's the best.
That's odd. I could swear you were a police officer.
Alright, let me put a coin in there and see.
Your money disappears into the coin slot. A clunk, the ring of metal.
Let me pull the handle and look.
The curtains on the display open. You lean in to catch the view. It's blurry, different blues and greens. In the middle of the shimmer stands a drab grey shape, like a ghost.
Let me focus the vision.
The lenses shift. The ghost sharpens into an islet in the bay. In the ruins, a man-made structure is visible, a half-sunken sea fort, its concrete almost reconquered by nature. It looks as if it was abandoned quite some time ago. Nothing but a rotten tooth remains of the anti-aircraft tower. A lonely birch tree grows out of it.
There are ruins of some kind in the building over there.
Really? I don't have the eyesight to make it out.
The lieutenant takes off his eyeglasses and cleans them. Okay. So I can still explore all the way up there, but I was trying to get in here because there was a white check that I hopefully can now do. You see a sturdy woman humming to herself. She seems to be browsing books. A good one? Point at the book.
Yes? Hello?
She nods, her attention fully focused on reading. Who are you?
Me? No one. I'm just a working class woman.
She doesn't really want to be disturbed that much. If she's such a working class woman, why isn't she working?
Shouldn't a working class woman be working?
Not all the time. Right now I'm browsing books. Even a working class woman needs something to read.
Good, good.
It is.
I'm a policeman.
I know you are.
Everyone can see that. The rectangles.
Good then. She reverts her attention to the soggy books on the bookstand. Do you need help from a policeman?
What with?
Maybe your husband is missing.
My husband? No, he's not.
So where could he be?
I don't know. At home now? Out drinking with his friends? Working?
Where is this going, officer?
So what I'm hearing is you don't really know where your husband is.
Yes, but... I don't really need to know where my husband is. Not all the time.
Wouldn't you like to?
No.
She looks you straight in the eye. Her right foot is tapping nervously. Let me take a look here. Suit yourself then. I don't really care if your husband is missing.
Why are we still talking about this? I haven't lost my husband.
It's got to be something else then. Why else would you be asking her if it wasn't?
Let me take a look. Maybe your cockatoo is missing.
I don't mean to disrespect, sir, but you are being a bit of a cockatoo here.
For what it's worth, I agree. But cockatoos can't be stopped when they get ladies. It's better to indulge him at this point.
Ma'am, I was asking about your cockatoo. Is it missing?
I don't even have a cockatoo. And guess what?
It's a trap. Never ever say what.
Alright, cockatoo not missing. I just wanted to make sure.
Great.
She turns her attention back to the bookstand. Just one more question. What did you mean by me being a cockatoo?
Nothing. Go read up on them if you're so interested. There's a great book in the bookstore.
Maybe you should. What if the cockatoo is your astral captain? Or your heraldic bird?
Actually, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Thanks for the tip.
Wonderful. The store is open.
Maybe your children are missing.
No, absolutely not.
Her words come out quick as gunshots. Okay, so where are they?
Are you a policeman or a nanny?
She's definitely disturbed now. I police whatever I want. Where are they?
They are not missing, sir.
You know where they are. They're at home, smoking, giving the ladder of vices a chance. What if something horrible has happened? What if they're dead? That's the bad vibe you got before.
Which one should I go with? The electrochemistry or the Inland Empire? I kind of like this one. What if something awful has happened? What if they're in the sewers?
What? That's just... My daughters are perfectly fine. They're with their friends down in Shamrock. There's nothing to worry about. They're almost grown up now anyway. They're past the age they need me protecting them from everything now.
I'm afraid the danger is now greater than ever. Tell me, how old are they?
My youngest girl, Jolie, is just shy of 16. Jenny, she is turning 18 next month. But we shouldn't even be talking about them.
And can you describe me by their appearance? Any features that stand out? Something to make identifying a little easier?
Why do you need to know this? Haven't I repeatedly told you that they're not missing? That they're in Shamrock, safe and well, at some stupid party?
Did someone say party? You could use a party. Hunt it down.
I could do with a party. A killer party, not a lame-o one.
A killer party? What is it with you and pulp staples? My God. Please, no more talk about my daughters. They are fine.
She picks up a book and tries to concentrate. A flock of seabirds passes by. Let me watch her browse.
Her hands move over the book covers. The tips of her fingers look rough, stained with yellow. It seems like she has spent a lot of time at work, smoking. Another comrade. Years of labor are pressing down on her shoulders. She deserves a hug for all the work she's done for mankind.
Let's do it.
You step in and close your arms around this foreign body, wandering astray in touch. There's a small movement beneath your hands as you shut your eyes. Then a tiny voice breaks out and asks,
What is happening?
She seems to be confused. Your hands are wrapped around her polyester coat. The fabric feels cold, moist from the sea nearby.
Keep hugging.
The situation is oddly intimate. Your cheek is pressed against her shoulder. Her hand is trapped between your chest. 5 seconds pass, and their passing seems so unimaginably long. Then she coughs and says again,
What are you doing, officer?
Less talk, more feeling. Keep your eyes closed. Soak in the closeness. See what the feeling entails.
I will keep the eyes closed.
The feeling continues. Warm and comfy on the cold shoreline. You hear a question rising to the surface, trying to break the sensation.
Silence your thoughts. I don't want to answer anything.
You focus on the hug, and for a moment, everything feels serene. You hear her heart beating, or perhaps it's your own. I wonder how long it has been since you last hugged someone.
No, please. I don't really want to remember.
Officer, what are you doing?
A swash of water hits the coast behind her figure. I'm fighting for the working class.
Fighting for it how?
A hug a day keeps the bourgeois away.
Oh,
A strange sensation of as the woman strengthens her grip, she's hugging you back.
I guess it's better than nothing. Keep fighting on, my fellow comrade.
Then she breaks up the hug, her cheeks flushed.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
That's all for the moment. I'll let you read.
The woman before you nods and returns to her reading.
Okay, let me go in here. And then I think this is the book stand that had the check on it.
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the titles contain the word Hyundai somewhere.
Well, I thought that it was this one here. Yeah, right here, pain threshold. So I guess I do need to put a point into pain threshold, which I could do. Shrug off pain. They'll have to hurt you more. I guess, yeah, let me open it up. Why not? Do any of these books call out to me? Why can't I select that? Maybe I need to refresh it because I just put the point in.
The display rack is brimming with worn nothing of interest. Only silence and the cosmic background pain radiation.
Alright, so that did not work, unfortunately. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Let me go back here. Let me find my heraldic bird. The working class woman said that you're a bit of a cockatoo. What if it's true? Go read on cockatoos in the bookstore. Maybe you'll discover something new about yourself as well. Maybe the librarian knows something about it.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
I'm looking for a book about cockatoos.
A book about cockatoos? There should be one upstairs, right next to the shelf of biographies.
Very good. Farewell for now, book peddler. So maybe that one?
A sulfur-crested cockatoo sits on the cover, its beak slightly open. It looks as if the bird is calling out the book title, From A to Zurich, a guide to a well-behaved cockatoo.
Flip through the pages.
Turns out that there are so many different cockatoo species, and they all have behavioral problems.
What about this guide to cockatoos, storekeeper?
It's a must-have if you own a cockatoo. I've heard they're quite capricious.
So I could do interfacing to try and steal this. So let me leave. I do have these gloves that are better for interfacing. So we could do that. Let's see if that helps.
Sulfur-crested cockatoo sits
42.
on the cover,
We could try it.
Its beak slightly. Slowly, you move your hand toward the tome of cockatoos. Before you reach the book, you're interrupted.
Do we really need to do this? I think not.
Dang, that sucks. So I could try to interface again, put a point into it. I'm tempted to, but at the same time, I don't want to try again if I'm out of morale. Let me see. Interfacing falls under what? Trying to look through all of these, I'm not seeing it. There it is. Master machines, pick locks and pockets. Let's do it. So now it will be 58. I'm gonna leave. I don't want to bother with it for now. Just because, you know, if I fail again, it looks like I'll die. So I need to go buy some magnesium first. Which it's kind of like, why didn't I just buy the book to begin with? Because now I gotta go buy magnesium. Oh, there's some money there. Definitely want that. What is this? I don't think I went in there before.
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy Grad-made machine is well kept for such an old machine.
Let me look in the window.
The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings, stickers, insignia.
What kind of stickers and insignia?
The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about honor, strength, and purity are glued to various panels.
What about the back seat?
The back end of the cabin is a small perch to sleep, large ashtrays. There are several suns and wheels sewn into the curtains. A book with ragged edges catches your notice. The front cover features a large, muscular man. The title reads, Man from Eamdal in the Lost City of the Pygmies.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy.
The lieutenant nods towards the racist lorry driver. You think this lorry belongs to the tough guy?
Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine.
Okay, let me leave. I guess I could go talk to him about it. Yeah. Let me go do that.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
Yeah, so it doesn't look like anything else opened up. What exactly is your goal here?
We were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates.
Okay, I wanted to discuss something else.
The physically impressive man tower has turned his attention back to the gates. He ignores your presence.
I'm just going to leave now. Alright. That's okay. Let me go in here and buy some magnesium. Let me buy maybe 3 magnesium.
small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo.
Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes. Okay, here. Okay,
We'll do 3.
here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something.
Okay, let me leave. That should be good. I'm just gonna do 1. Let me go try to steal that book again. I am determined to steal it.
In the morning light, the white on blue police livery on the motor carriage cannot but catch your eye.
Wait. Why am I even thinking about this? Wasn't I supposed to...
Do something important? Something murder-related? There's always something important. Doesn't mean you can't take a moment to admire this piece of machinery. This is a Caprice Kanema, the Caprice Motor Corps follow-up to their highly successful workhorse, Caprice 40, and the answer to the Lum's racing breed, Ferv series. With its air-cooled, rear-mounted 12-cylinder compression ignition engine, driving the rear wheels through a 4-speed manual gearbox, the Kanema is able to reach 100 kilometers per hour in 13.5 seconds, and go on to a top speed of 180 kilometers an hour.
Won't it roll over on the first sharp corner?
The high center of balance is offset by a large battery bank mounted at the bottom of the cabin, feeding all the auxiliary systems and making the Kanema effectively a mobile power plant.
This tech talk is really rubbing me the wrong way.
Due to a quite steep price tag, it is very unusual to see one in police livery.
I don't like your machine, Lieutenant. Looks impractical.
No point in stopping, then.
I'd like to take a close look.
Sure, go ahead.
What's it packing there?
130.
I reckon that's a 7-liter V12 there. Man, that's got to be a major advancement over the KR-18GU engine on the old Caprice 40.
That's what, a 7-liter V12?
7.2. Supercharged.
The lieutenant is trying to suppress a smug smile, unsuccessfully. A fine machine.
Yes. An extraordinary machine.
It's nice and all, but why so modest? Put some zing into it. Flare it up. Slam it down. Helium headlights would improve the range and quality of the visual field a lot.
Ever thought about switching to helium headlights?
Actually, I have a pair at home. Just haven't gotten around to fitting them yet. I need to lay some wiring for the ballast first.
If we ever get the case solved, maybe we could do it together.
Maybe. Yes, definitely maybe.
And means no.
Okay, let's move on. Gonna steal that book, man.
A sulfur-crested cockatoo sits on the cover.
58%, let me try it.
Slightly open. You wait for the storekeeper to be distracted. When she's not looking, you haul the tome of cockatoos into your pocket. It's quite a challenge, but eventually, the guide to the cockatoos is yours. Splendid effort.
Excellent. Oh yeah, I haven't interacted with this yet. Lieutenant Kitsuragi snapped this photo of the hangman's tattoos. It displays an intricate web of blue lines stretching across his torso. You have to admit, it looks quite cool. A book about different cockatoo species and their behavioral problems. Perhaps it could also offer some insight into your own problematic actions. The spectacular Major Majestic Cockatoo eyes you from the cover.
A cockatoo is a parrot with an erectile crest, found on the Seminole Islands and in southern Fas a la Mer. Known for their intelligence and general precociousness, cockatoos are popular birds in aviculture. However, they often exhibit various behavioral issues.
Okay, what more?
This book talks about the delicate nature of twos as well as introducing some of the most popular species among the bird enthusiasts. The funeral cockatoo, the major majestic cockatoo, and the most common bang bang cockatoo. It's colorfully illustrated.
Alright, what problems do these birds have?
Where to even begin? All cockatoos are known for their needy natures, requiring attention for at least 2 full hours a day. They love to talk and have been described as lovable clowns who just don't know how to wrap up.
Who would ever want a chatty companion? I know someone who knows how to listen.
Pet owners also report moodiness, loudness, and hostility as recurring issues. If left unsatisfied, cockatoos may scream non-stop, pluck their feathers, or become aggressive.
Right, that's pretty bad. Anything else?
It is not recommended to get a cockatoo if you're not able to cook them food every day and give them the full care that they need. These birds will never understand that you have a life of your own.
Yes, but there has to be something great about cockatoos as well.
You're right. Cockatoos are magnificent creatures. They love to perform, cuddle and show off, and will even scream for fun, often as loud as up to 135 decibels. Not great for the neighbors. Performing? Yes, birdie.
Let me read about the funeral cockatoo.
This is a yellow-tailed black cockatoo. Its specific name, Psittacus venereus, relates to its dark and somber plumage. This bird looks as if dressed for a funeral, 24/7. There is something indisputably ominous about it.
Let me read about the major majestic cockatoo.
Perhaps the most impressive of all the species, the endangered major majestic cockatoo, is often described as the most flamboyant bird in the jungle. Its pink-colored wings and flowing crest embellishing its proud and bumptious nature. In the words of poet-explorer Sir James Fournier, few birds more enliven the monotonous hues of the verdant forest than this big, bold, and beautiful species.
And let me read about the most common bang bang cockatoo.
Despite its banging name, the bang bang cockatoo is actually the shyest of the species, common in almost all Seminoese forests, as well as zoos and homes all over the world. Its plumage is mainly gray and white. The Seminoese name, bang bang, is thought to be of onomatopoeic origins.
Honestly, this bird does sound a bit like me.
Yes, but all those cockatoo species are so different. Which one are you?
Let me take a look here and figure it out. Only the funeral cockatoo in its darkness can truly grasp the depths of my doom-laden soul.
You're right. You're Psittacus venereus embodied. This ominous bird belongs on your heraldry.
Put the book away. Alright, let me try to interact with this. I don't think I've done that.
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso of the hanged man, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time the lines intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart.
Never mind, this definitely jogs a memory. I definitely did interact with this, so I'll probably just exit out of here.
It almost looks like the electronic patterns inside a radio computer or an old filament memory, but not quite.
Yeah, I already did, so I'm gonna put the photo away. Okay, let me get out of here. Then let me take a look at this. Okay. So I'm waiting on that. Gotta find the rest of the armor, get the body down. Still gotta track down my badge. Gotta ask people about the tattoos. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Yeah, I think we're good. I think I'm gonna try to take that special route. Well, let me come up here, actually. I have not explored up here. I just kind of want to see what I can find in this area.
Whoa. What have we there?
A bridge?
A bridge with loose nails and rot-infested wood that creaks in the wind. A construction code violation if there ever was one.
Whatever, let death come. I'm a Ravacholian badass. A lonely cormorant surveys the sea, indifferent to your approach. That'll be down there. Let me take a look at this. Oh man, there's a lot to explore up here, actually.
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building.
So this is impossible. It is a white check. I'm gonna go ahead and try it anyway.
You have no clue. It's just a wall. So many walls all over Martinaise. Weather-worn, cracked, their paint peeling.
Alright, let me come here. Oh, this is behind this kid here. Okay. Definitely gonna take all this. Got some extra magnesium here. Let me talk to the kid now that I'm next to him, see if he's so tough now.
Can't believe you didn't take the shot. Fucking coward. Waved a gun like a clown. Next time you point that shit at me, you better take the shot.
Alright, never mind. Just as spunky as ever. A garden hose. This won't be of use until the snow melts. So I can't get that thing up there. A balcony with a view to the yard and the hanging. That smoker up there could be a witness.
How they show up?
Talk to him. Chairs and tables eaten by rain and rot. Another splattering of bullet holes on this wall. Orange bum hat. It'll give me +1 reaction speed. Maybe some health here as well. Good. Closed door, but you look at it suspiciously. Can't reach that. Okay. Can't get it up there either. I will check that out in a second. Let me talk to this guy.
You see a young man on a balcony nursing a cigarette. His eyes have been following you for a while.
Not looking for any trouble, officer.
He says in a quiet voice, despite the cold, his shirt hangs unbuttoned on his frame.
It's the voice of someone who has something to hide, my liege.
You hiding something? Speak up. This is the police.
There's no trouble. I'm just speaking in a lowered voice. I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarmerie, if that's okay. I just want to finish my cigarette.
Don't let him go. This could be your witness. The balcony has a great view of the whole thing.
Actually, the gendarmerie really needs to talk to you.
Is it really that important?
He asked, adjusting his shirt.
Like a nervous cat, he keeps stealing looks at the neighboring windows.
All right, but make it quick. Once I finish this cigarette, I have to run.
Looks like you've got a good view of the Whirling's backyard. Can you tell me anything about the hanging?
I'd even go so far as to say that the view is a little too good, my dear gendarme. Do you have an estimate of when the body will be taken away?
We will remove the body as soon as possible. Now tell us, where were you last Sunday?
Oh. You already asked me that, didn't you?
He waves lazily with his cigarette.
Wait, is someone else investigating the lynching?
Let me see. Did you?
No, not you two. Some more muscular type.
And when did you speak to this more muscular gentleman?
The lieutenant takes out his little blue notebook and writes something down.
Last week? I don't know. Look.
He looks around the courtyard again. Rain patters on the windowsills and dead houseplants. Too late to do them any good.
It'll take more than rain to bring this place back to life.
You didn't answer the question. What were you doing last Sunday?
I had a friend over.
What kind of friend?
It was my Sunday friend.
What's your friend's real name? Did he see something?
He doesn't reply, gesturing no with his cigarette. Under the grey sky, the neighboring windows are streaked with rain.
Can you tell me your name?
My name? My name is Martin Martinez.
That's definitely not his real name.
You're not actually called Martin Martinez, are you?
No, of course not. Could you please lower your voice?
He scans the courtyard. It's silent, like the bottom of a well, every sound captured and reflected back. Alright, we'll talk later.
No. We won't.
He takes one last drag of his cigarette before stubbing it out on the balcony.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
So, 92% chance of suggestion here, so let me convince him to stay.
This isn't the place or time for questions. Who knows who might be watching from the distance, hidden behind the curtains?
Hey, listen. I'm just trying to make things okay again. Can we meet again somewhere else?
For a moment, the man on the balcony seems almost vulnerable. Something moves in the depths of his feline eyes. Compassion and a hint of understanding.
I am sorry, but I really don't have the information you're looking for.
His voice is soft and deliberate. With a flick of his wrist, he sends the cigarette butt sailing over the rail.
But, hold on. What's that? For a split second, his hand lingers, as though gesturing towards a stone placed right next to the front door. It's a sign.
Good luck with the investigation.
He walks away. Very good.
He's gone.
The lieutenant puts away his notebook and turns to you. We should run after him and see where he went.
No point in running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits. If he doesn't want to talk to us, then he'll know how to hide himself.
So we just give up?
He could be a witness. Him or his Sunday friend. Either way, we need to look into that muscular type who's asking about our case. He did leave us a sign. Did you see that? He wanted to draw our attention to that stone right over there.
The lieutenant nods towards a small rock on a soggy patch of grass.
If we find a way inside the building, we can ask around for his apartment.
Great, let's do that. So there's the stone.
A stone, like any other, lying in a whirl of sleet and mud. Maybe there's something under it.
Yeah, maybe the key for here. I like the penis graffiti art here. Absolutely excellent.
There's a key beneath it, rusty from the dirt.
This must be for the front door. Pity doesn't have the apartment number on it. This building has many apartments and the man can be in any of them.
How are we going to find the right one?
We'll just have to go in and see.
Let me put the stone back. Okay, now before I go in there, let me just check this door real quick. It looks like I probably won't be able to open it. It'll probably be locked. Yeah, I figured. I just wanted to kind of scratch that off my list, if that makes sense. That way I don't have it in mind. Lots of stuff here. Eviction notices and missing pets are plastered on top of each other. So +1 logic here, -1 authority. I might as well put these glasses on. Conceptualization, physical instrument, just trying to make a mental note of what I have here. This box is filled with cleaning chemicals, smells of laundry detergent. An old shoe rack, boots, sneakers, and old slippers. These shoes come in 3 different sizes. Apartment 12. A loud rumbling snore comes from within. These shower curtains are covered in some sort of slime. Take some money, of course. Let me go ahead and put the cigarettes away for now. Oh, I need to have this equipped to be able to collect tar. Okay, well, whatever. Let me use the flashlight for right now in place of the cigarettes. That might open up a couple extra things here. I don't know. Someone has drawn a 5-pointed star on the wall.
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says number 11.
Let me examine the padlock.
It's a solid lump of metal, but the shackle is deeply corroded. A solid pair of chain cutters would make short work of it. Better whip out those cutters. You won't get very far otherwise.
Let me knock.
No reply.
Okay, let's go ahead and try the chain cutters.
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn
72% chance.
Says number. The shackle snaps like a twig, and the lock falls to the floor with a little thud. It should be possible to enter now.
After you, detective.
A flamboyant poster of a white star. Real lithography. Books of critical theory on the monstrosities of capital and such. Photos of revolutionaries posing with guns.
A plaster cast bust depicts a middle-aged man with impressive sideburns. The name on the plinth reads Kraz Mazov. Kraz Mazov, nom de guerre, was an economist and a theoretical historian. He was a leading figure in the Grad side of the turn-of-the-century revolution, where he headed the 9-day government. Mazov is considered the father of scientific communism, Mazovian thought, or Mazovianism.
It's kind of interesting because the bust and the name are kind of similar to Karl Marx. That was kind of like my initial instinct when I saw this, so it looks like there's a parallel between our real universe and their fictional universe. Why does this tenant have a bust of Kraz Mazov in their bedroom?
The white star, the photos on the wall. I think we have broken into the apartment of a young communard. How fitting.
Father Mazov, the hero of the working class. Salute the statue.
Whoever lives here definitely shares your enthusiasm.
He leans closer to inspect photos of the revolutionaries on the wall.
There aren't many communists around. Not after the revolution. Some youth still keep the ideology going, it seems.
Whoever lives here needs to learn how the economy actually works.
I suspect that's exactly what they are trying to do.
He leans closer to inspect economist books on the table.
There aren't many communists around. Not after the revolution. Some youth still keep the ideology going, it seems.
Kraz Mazov was a sexual deviant. A zoophile, probably.
The lieutenant raises a brow.
That's right. Filthy.
Thank you for sharing this wonderful opinion on human sexuality.
He pretends to read the economics book open on the table.
There aren't many communists around. Not after.
Let me leave. He's repeating some of the things he's been saying already. A 9mm bullet. Nice. And then conceptualization +1 shirt. What am I wearing currently? +1 drama. Oh, is it supposed to go on top here? Oh, that's pretty nice. Looking fresh. So ask around for his apartment number. Okay. So it looks like I've seen everything I need to here. The door number 9 is locked. This is a postcard. Are those the ones I can interact with? No, I cannot interact. This crumpled up postcard depicts an open-air market in Boogie Street 5 years ago. A vendor smiles as dead roosters line his stalls, hung by their feet from the canopy. Red blood flows onto the muddy street. Blurry shadows of people pass. Take more money. Still need to make my 20 bucks here to afford rent for the night.
You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture. The number on the panel says 10. The walking stops abruptly, but no one comes to the door. You can feel tension on the other side.
Let me knock again.
A poor communard, from the looks of it. The room is barely bigger than a closet.
Who is this? Demands a female voice, very intense. This is the police, open up.
Do I have to open the door?
You hear the clacking of heels again as the other side walks right up to the door. Her tone is now getting defensive.
Do you have a warrant? I'm not obligated to open the door if you don't have a warrant.
Let's go. We don't have a reason to get inside that apartment.
It's generally easier to do things if you have literally any reason.
Alright, let me leave for now. Apartment 8, their mailbox is overflowing. The graffito says a firing squad for the rich. The note reads, foreclosed by Martinez Realty Associates. Let me talk with this fine lady here.
Give me a moment.
An elderly woman is leaning on her broom, her knuckles white as bone. She seems to be having difficulty breathing.
The cold never does any good for my bronchitis.
She sneezes into a dirty handkerchief. Are you alright? Should I call a doctor?
I'm fine. Fine. Don't you worry about me.
Red spots are appearing on her cheeks.
Now, what do you want from me, policeman?
She's the cleaning lady. She knows the floor plan and the residence.
I'm looking for a young male in his mid-20s, dark hair, skinny build, a smoker on the balcony.
Yes, yes. I know who you mean. The scrawny boy who's always smoking like the devil, right?
She looks at the other end of the hallway.
Somewhere in the building, a child starts crying. You hear a radio tuned to a talk show and someone taking a shower.
What's he in trouble for?
No trouble, I just want to talk to him. Do you know where he lives?
Talk?
She squeezes her broom, trying to catch her breath.
What was so funny about that?
He lives upstairs in room 28. Go to the balcony. It's one of those doors there. He's usually home in the evening.
She points to the east.
Thank you. We should go check out his apartment on the balcony. See if he's home.
Who are you?
I'm no one. Just an old woman who cleans these hallways.
Do you live here?
If you can call it living. I have a little room upstairs right next to the coal room. It's barely bigger than a closet, but I don't complain, no. I have my bed and my aching bones to keep me company, and that's all I need from this world.
She hasn't spoken to anyone for a while. Even her sentences feel rusty.
I do have a few questions about those apartments.
Ask away, policeman.
Who lives in apartment number 10?
No one lives there. It's been empty for months.
But I talked to someone through the door.
Impossible. I would know if someone had moved in there.
Interesting. So now maybe I have a reason to go in there.
Maybe it's those countercultural people again. Breaking into a house like it's a public space. You're a policeman. Be good and take a look, will you?
Of course, sure. I'll see what I can find.
Great. Young people. They're worse than rats. You know, always littering the hallways with trinkets and empty beer cans.
Is one of the residents on vacation? In apartment number 8, their mailbox is overflowing.
People come and go. I don't keep an eye on everyone.
They probably just moved or died. Hopefully somewhere else.
Who lives behind the padlock door?
Oh, that one is a scientist, a future scholar.
Suddenly the old lady's face is beaming.
I think he studies astrology at the community college. Education's good. I always tell them to study.
Astrology?
Something to do with all those stars around his door. He asked me to leave his drawings up on the wall.
You mean the star and antlers? I think that's the symbol of communism.
The symbol of what and how?
Communism, you know, like in World Revolution?
Never heard of it.
The cleaning lady replies before another coughing spell takes hold of her. Do you know who lives in the foreclosed apartment?
The hell am I supposed to know? Another nut job, I assume.
That's all then. Thank you.
She mumbles some kind of a response, then hacks something into her handkerchief.
Thanks. I'm off. Alright, this is a good stopping point in the next one. I think I have enough probable cause to try and reinvestigate the other apartment over there. So that's what I'll do. Thanks as always for watching. I'll see you on the next episode.
Thanks for stopping by the Renaissance Gaming Monastery. I hope you join our community on Discord and Twitter. These videos are produced with a lot of hard work and love. If you think they're worth $1, I'd be grateful for your contribution. You can send a thanks donation or become a member on YouTube. You can also support through PayPal, Patreon, or even with cryptocurrency. All links are in the description. See you on the next video.